Hi guys, I'm Nikhil Chawla from the Unbiased blog, and today we're going to talk about something that is very important for everybody, our smartphones and their battery life. The thing is, our smartphones have become everything we do, be it our smart home assistants, be it our gaming console, our television sets for consuming content, our cameras, they're everything. So the thing is, most of these appliances are connected to our power socket, but not our mobile devices. We cannot keep them connected to power source all the time. So the challenge is battery life. Now there are a lot of phones that come with bigger batteries, but slow charging. Now there are phones that come with fast charging, but little battery capacity. Now there are few phones that have both fast charging and good battery life. So first we're going to talk about how does battery charging works, what is the charging capacity, what is the battery capacity, how does it charge, and understand the science behind it. And then we'll test a few phones and see which one charges first.
Processors, RAM, screens are some of the factors that help us make smartphone purchasing decisions. But in recent years, another factor, fast charging, has slowly made it to the top. Who doesn't want a smartphone that charges in minutes instead of hours? So here are the 4 phones we'll be testing today: the Oppo F9 Pro, Vivo V11 Pro, Nokia 7 Plus and the Samsung Galaxy A6 Plus. To make sure this is a fair test, we completely depleted the batteries on these devices, and all of these phones are without SIM, not connected to Wi-Fi or any Bluetooth device. Before we put them on charge, let me tell you the battery capacities of these devices. The F9 Pro comes with 3500 mAh battery, is 3400 mAh on V11 Pro, 3800 mAh on 7 Plus, and A6 has a 3500 mAh battery. Let's do a quick temperature test before we start the charging. As per the test, all these devices are cool and well under 28 degrees Celsius. Since we'll be referring to volts, amps and watts, here's a refresher for all you guys. Volts are a measure of voltage, amps are a measure of current, and watts are a measure of electric power. A common analogy is a garden hose. Volts are equivalent to the water pressure in the hose, the current is equivalent to the flow rate, and wattage is equivalent to the volume of the spray. Watts then are the product of volts and amps. Volts times amps equals watts. As smartphone batteries charge when a current passes through them, greater current and higher voltages charge battery faster. But there's a limit to what they can take. The charge controller or IC protects against dangerous spikes in the current. The amount of current the charge controller draws is generally dictated by the phone's software. Now that we've covered the standards, let's delve into how fast charging actually speeds up battery's charging cycle. Lithium-ion batteries used inside smartphones don't charge in a linear fashion. The charging cycle is broken into 2 distinct phases. The first is increasing voltage. The battery voltage steadily increases from as low as 2 volts up to its peak around 4.2 volts as it charges up. The voltage then becomes constant and the current begins to fall. Batteries that charge beyond this point draws less current and therefore charge slower. That is why the first 50 to 60% of your phone charges considerably faster. Now let's begin the charging. It's 9:40 am and we have set a timer of 2 hours on the Amazon Echo Spot, hoping that in 2018 all the phones will go from 0 to 100 in 2 hours. Let's hope for the best and may the fastest win the race. So after 5 minutes of charging, Nokia leads the pack with 11% while others are still under 10%. Things have changed after 10 minutes of charging. Now Oppo leads the pack with 19% battery. That's almost 20% in 10 minutes. Oppo continues to retain the lead with 32% charge in 20 minutes. In just 30 minutes, Oppo is able to charge more than half of its battery capacity with 52% charge. In just 45 minutes, Oppo is at 77% charge. That's more than the double of Samsung's meagerly 36%. In 50 minutes, Oppo is at 83% charge, while Vivo is at 76%, Nokia at 71% and Samsung at a shameful 40%. It's been an hour now, Oppo is at 90% with only 10% left for full charge, and Samsung hasn't even reached 50%. After 1 hour and 10 minutes, Oppo is at 95% and Samsung has finally crossed 50%. Throughout the charging cycle, we kept a tab on the device temperatures, and as you can see, all the devices were under 35 degrees Celsius even with fast charging. After 1 hour 20 minutes, Oppo is just 1% away from full charge. Going by the speed of Whoop flash charge, it should be done in a few minutes. The moment has arrived. In exactly 1 hour and 33 minutes, Oppo has completed a blazing 0 to 100% charge. It is the fastest we have seen a device that is under 30k. Next up to join the full charge list is Vivo with 0 to 100% charge in 1 hour 45 minutes, with Nokia catching up fast at 98%. Nokia also completes the feat well under 2 hours with 0 to 100% in 1 hour 54 minutes. Now let's see how long does Samsung finally takes to complete the full charge. The 2-hour timer that we had set on Amazon Echo Spot is complete, but as Samsung Galaxy A6 Plus charging is still nowhere near to completion, we are setting another timer for half an hour. It's 2 hours and 15 minutes and we are still eagerly waiting for the Samsung to complete the charge. Finally, after a never-ending 2 hours and 23 minutes, Samsung completes 0 to 100% charge. In the end, Oppo with its Whoop flash charge emerged as the fastest and number 1, followed by Vivo at number 2, Nokia at a close third, and Samsung at a dismal fourth. As this was our first video on charging comparison, do let us know your feedback in the comment section below or tweet to us at @theunbiasedblog. Also, do let us know if we should test more phones for charging speeds. That's all for today. Do hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, share it with your friends and family. Thanks for watching The Unbiased Blog.